ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, what do we call this now today? Because it's not the Raj and Roy show. Raj is currently working and can't be here tonight.
I think we're rolling with the Rich and Miranda show.
So it would be the Rich and Miranda show then, I guess. That doesn't sound very exciting.
That doesn't flow.
It doesn't.
Fuck this shit, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we can't do that. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, here we are live on Facebook. You see Miranda's here next to me. Can you do me a huge favor and bring the OBS image up over the top of the YouTube feed?
But show the chat.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because when it gets delayed, I find myself watching myself and I get behind. All right, cool. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It is Sunday. Yes, it is a little early because we have the Royal Rumble.
Yes, we do.
Tonight. And so tonight on the show, we will have our Royal Rumble picks. If you're watching it at home right now, please do not type spoilers into the chat room because we're going to get started watching it a little late.
We also have two very big pole arms.
Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to talk about, of course, our situation with Fister here in the CK. We're going to talk about Weapon Master, Dragon Master, which I did go to. We're also going to talk about Carrie Fisher was in the news again.
She was. In a good way.
In a good way. Elon Musk and his antics are at it again.
It's not about flat Earth this time, folks.
Yeah, it's not a flat Earth thing, so we're not going to be covering the flat Earth story. It's going to be something totally different, and trust me, our viewers are going to want to know about this because they're going to jump on board on this one. All right, so let's get the show started. All right, so as a lot of you know, we do cover things that happen in Amtgard, and one of the things that did happen here recently. Oh, and by the way, for those of you watching on Facebook Live, remember we only keep this up for a little bit, and then we'll switch it back totally over to YouTube. If you scroll down on my page, you will find the link over to the YouTube page where you can go be in part of the chat room. We respond to the chat and YouTube better than we do Facebook.
Yes. Okay.
So anyway, as you know, here recently we've had a bit of a dumpster fire in CK involving Fister. You guys who watch the show know him as Raj. Raj had posted something on the Amtgard page a little while ago, and
he posted an open challenge. Is exactly what he did.
Yeah, he posted an open challenge, and on that open challenge, he said if anybody calls for his removal, he would step out of the game. Well, he did. Somebody did it, and he stepped out.
Stayed true to his word.
By the way, Barrick would like to tell you that you have nice hair.
Thank you, Barrick.
So he stepped out. He resigned from the Kingdom Guildmaster of Reeves, and he's taking a break from everything, which is good. He deleted his Facebook page. And
temporarily deactivated it.
Yeah, and so what's happening now is he's taking a break. He's got a job now. He's working full time, and you know, he's just getting himself back together. So we wish him the best, and you know, and go forward from there. We don't know what's going to happen in Spring War for the feast. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for word on what's going on. I'm still the co-feastocrat.
Yes.
So I don't know who I'm going to be working with yet. They're still deciding it. We will hopefully find out sometime this week. So that's that.
But he is safe. He is as well as he can be. Yeah,
and by the way, thanks to all of you out there in the Amtgard world who have contacted me to make sure that he's okay. He is okay. He's like I said, he's at work tonight, but he does stay here, and we're keeping an eye on him and so forth. So he's good. He's good, and you know, and he's going to get better.
Yes.
And then eventually one day I will talk him into coming back out to the game. You know, but right now I'm not going to push it because he needs to take time.
Right.
All right, so let's move on to something much funner. We had Weapon Master, Dragon Master yesterday, and that happened down at Trader's Gate.
In San Antonio.
Yep, down in San Antonio, Texas. And the cool part about it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool ANS entries. I didn't get it. Yeah, but I look over at you when because it's supposed to be like almost a conversation
well,
at the same
yes.
time. So
from what I heard, that it was a pretty fun event. Our regent posted the results for the weapon master or the dragon master portion. We have not received the results yet for the weapon master.
yes, and he will get it up.
Yes,
soon, very soon. I know. I can never pronounce his name properly, but it's like Grotho or something like that is his name. I know he took the weapon master. He won it. I don't remember. I think Lily got second. I'm not sure, and I can't remember who got third. Mike was there. He was in it.
Hi, Mike.
He'd probably pop in with who put what. But anyway, so and the fights were good. The fights were really good. I reeved one ring with Thadagrin and Sir Thadagrin. I apologize, Sir Thadagrin.
He is a knightly person.
Yes, he is, and you know what? Had a great time with him reeving. He was good reeve, and okay, yeah. So
he also brought some pretty cool new armor.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see his armor.
I saw him posted on Facebook, and he took the molds they have been doing.
Yeah, I saw the mold work that he was working on, but I didn't get to see the finished product.
It was pretty sharp from what I saw.
I'll have to take a look at it. I know at some point he's going to be working on, because I'm going to run for King of CK at some point. He's going to be working on my crown and skull face.
Yeah, Mr. Crotch, 2019. 2019. Summer 2019.
Yeah. So there you go.
But the people who took the Dragon Master, Mokushi was first. I didn't see everything that she put in, but from what I have seen, she always has good stuff.
I helped her bring it over.
Hopper took second. So she's an up-and-comer. Definitely an up-and-comer. I've been seeing a lot of her stuff out recently. Every ANS that she can enter, she has been. So I only see like good things for her future in the ANS. And Moria took third.
Cool. I saw for a second there somebody posted up something. I gotta scroll down. Barado. That's well. No. Barado was your winner.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what it was. I don't know why in the world I kept hearing Grotto. I don't know why. I guess it's because my favorite.
Got an ear and function.
Well, no, my favorite pizza joint in the whole wide world is on the East Coast, and it's Grotto's Pizza. And I guess my mind put those two together. I think
I've heard of it before.
Death Lily, Megatron, Sunshine took second. I'm gonna.
That is an awesome name.
Okay, I'm gonna break what I usually do. What the fuck?
That's his name.
Okay then.
Lily for short.
Lily or Sunshine, depending on what he signs into the tournament as.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. In this game, I've seen a lot of people, and I've reeved a lot of tournaments, and there is nobody in this world that is as honorable as that man.
Some Griffin-like behavior right there.
You know, it's people like him that would make me want to push to get Griffin put back in as a ladder award. Because, I mean, my God, that guy's honor is stupid. It's insane. But yeah, so that was it. So I mean, hey, look, you're hearing the results of the tournament here before you hear it from you know, signing in from Austin. Hey, Kill Mill's in the chat room. Yeah, so you're hearing it here before you hear it on the Facebook page. So we're like, it's like all us, you know. There you go.
You get it here first, folks.
Yes, there it is. So yeah, so that was the good, the bad, and the ugly coming out of Weapon Master, Dragon Master. Okay. The good about it, great fights. There was a lot of great fights to be had. Great ANS stuff entered. The bad, not really. Okay.
From what I heard, people need to keep the snarky comments to themselves.
Okay, no, they don't. They don't. No. Okay.
Or at least be kind about it and do it behind their back.
The bad is not the bad is not a bad thing. It was Yamish pulled a bad and antagonized FT into a challenge.
Oh no.
Yeah, FT showed up. Sir Father Thomas showed up to Weapon Master, Dragon Master, and he walked up to me and he said, he was walking around and he looks at me and he goes, Yamish, he goes, they're awfully quiet around here. Where's all the shit talking like we used to do? Because we used to talk mad shit to each other. We used to talk shit about ourselves in tournaments. And I turned around and told FT, I said, that kind of shit gets you banned nowadays, man. I was like, we can't do that. And he goes, you mean I could get banned?
The blanket of COC6.
And I looked right at Father Tom, and my brain was telling me not to say the words I was about to say, and I turned around, looked right at Father Tom, and I said, Tom, there's no way in the world they're gonna kick you out. There's no way you get a ban. And he looked at me, his eyes lit up, and he just screamed out, "Challenge accepted!" And
like straight up Barney Stinson style.
Oh yeah, and he went around, and at one point I swear I heard, you know, him doing something over by A&S, and then he screams out, "Hey, does this get me banned?" And I was just like, oh no.
I cannot wait to actually meet this man. He sounds like a very interesting character.
And the thing is that there was a couple of people that looked right at me and said, "This is your fault. I want you to know that." So that was the bad part about it. It's not bad. It was funny as hell. Mm-hmm. It is. It's funny as hell. Okay, Father Thomas, awesome guy. Awesome guy. Okay. I've known him since day one in Amtgard.
He's the reason why we have our family name.
You know, he gave me my last name in the game with that 24-foot pole, war pole he has. Okay, so there you go. Now, the ugly. Well, the ugly's really easy. The ugly is really easy about Weapon Master, Dragon Master.
It's you?
No, wasn't me. Barrick. Barrick's the ugly. Because that face? No, I'm kidding.
He's a little cutie.
Barrick looks like your typical guy. You walk into like an office building somewhere, and he's like, "Hi, I'm the CEO." You know, he's got that face like he runs something. No, the ugly part of it there was the weather. The weather was kind of shitty because it couldn't make up its mind what it was doing.
Next time we sacrifice a virgin.
Yeah, good luck in finding a virgin in Amtgard. But yeah, no. The ugly was the weather because it started off nice and then it got cloudy, and then it tried to rain, then it got cold and windy, and it kept knocking Thad's presentation down.
Oh.
And then it got humid, and so it was the weather was the part.
Hi, James.
You know, so the weather was the ugly for, and nobody could do anything about the weather. You can't do anything about the weather. If we could figure out how to control the weather, mankind would die.
I mean, if we found a virgin to sacrifice, I think it'd be okay.
Well, mankind would die if we figured out how to control the weather, because we'd fuck it up.
Oh yeah.
We'd fuck it up.
I mean, every movie about controlling the weather ever has always ended in disaster, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. You can't control the weather.
But,
a conspiracy theorist with the chemtrail airplanes thinks that the government's controlling the weather.
Oh.
You know, if that's the case, and why
they put out the bad juju in the air.
Why is Texas so fucking cold this year? I don't remember. I lived here before. It was never this fucking cold.
No.
I moved here to get away from snow. It shouldn't have followed me. Just saying. Okay.
Snowbringer.
So, in the world of Amtgard, that's pretty much it. Everything else was kind of quiet. Find a virgin in Amtgard is like finding an actual live unicorn.
You right. You ain't wrong.
Who is it that hates unicorns?
Thad.
I'm pretty sure if we found a live unicorn, Thad would murder it quickly. You know, I'm pretty sure Thad would dispatch that unicorn very, very fast.
Yes.
I swear to God, when I'm king, I want to give him an award that has unicorns all over it.
Yes.
I do. And I'm going to make sure that I use some spray glue and put glitter all over the damn thing. Just because. I'm not giving him the title of Unicorn Princess. It's not happening. Unicorn Slayer. Only if what's his name from what is it? Yeah. Only if what's his name from Eclipse shows up and makes one of those
Marcus.
Makes one of those creatures again and makes it a unicorn and Thad slays it, then maybe.
Okay.
but I want it chasing Thad around everywhere.
I don't know. Every time Yuri plays Unicorn, Thad has her number. So.
You know, Miller Masterhood title for crafting if he earns it. Make the paper covered in unicorns, rainbows, and make it an eyesore. And I'm gonna make it like make sure it's like a 5 foot tall like wall hanger. And I'm gonna draw it. So it's gonna really look like an eyesore. It's gonna be horrible. So and that's that. So we're gonna go ahead and
I think that pretty much rolls.
Malmoria. Malmoria was the one that did that.
Yeah, him. That's what I said. Marcus. Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if, when I become king of CK, if I can get somebody to get together a unicorn costume of some kind and chase Thad around everywhere. That's gonna be their mission, is to just chase Thad around.
I do it.
Okay. So no, I'm talking about there's gonna require 2 people because we gotta get a horse costume, but make it look like
like put a stuffy on top of a human.
Yeah, like a real. It's got to look really like Rainbow Dash kind of frilly, with a unicorn horn coming out of it. I think that would be amazing. So like a My Little Pony unicorn chasing Thad around. That would be awesome.
Yes. But I think it pretty much rolls up Amtgard.
That does. I think I picked on Thad enough. Thad's allergic to horses.
He said that to you on Facebook Messenger.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah. When it pops up there.
Well, I'm used to seeing stuff in the chat room. Well, then that's going to make it even doubly or funny. We just got to make sure they don't use real horsehair in the mane.
Yes.
On the costume.
But moving forward.
Yes. So let's move out of the Amtgard world, because the Amtgard world, that was pretty much all we got.
Can I take this one?
What, the Carrie Fisher story?
Yeah.
As long as you're not going to get emotional. We don't get emotional.
I might get a little emotional.
Because there's no crying in baseball.
She's my hero.
There's no crying in baseball.
So, today at the Grammys, Carrie Fisher won her first Grammy.
By the way, Mark is the guy who made that big furry costume character. Just said it's doable.
Carrie Fisher was awarded her first Grammy posthumously for Best Spoken Word. She beat out Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bruce Springsteen, and Bernie Sanders.
Well, Hillary Clinton beat out Bernie Sanders, so that's not a feat.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's Carrie Fisher. She was jerk-off material for at least 30 years.
I can tell you that I had quite a few fantasies about strapping many of my girlfriends into the slave Leia costumes.
But
not gonna lie.
Personally, she was my hero growing up. I started watching Star Wars at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, like, to see like her still kicking it even after passing away, like it reassures me that people definitely have not forgotten her and that she's still on top.
And it's a spoken word memoir, so it means that it's at some point be available for download to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'll be willing to buy that and download it and listen to it, because you know I'd like to hear about it. Because I mean, you want to talk about somebody that's got some war stories about shit having to get done to get roles in movies.
She talked about there's a 3/4 rule in Hollywood that you have to. They only want 3/4 of you. You have to lose the other 4th.
Well, you got to pick what 4th, and they tell you what 4th you got to lose.
Well, she was told to lose weight for Princess Leia.
Well, of course. I saw the original casting tryout for Princess Leia, and she was a little bit bigger than she was in the movie.
No, she's still hot. I mean, she was 18 years old.
Not gonna lie. Well, I thought she was 17 when she started, because that was like a big thing. She was
17 when she auditioned, but she was 18 when they started filming.
Oh, okay. Because Han tapped that.
I'd tap it too.
Okay, and that's why I was asked. Is Harrison Ford gonna be the next celebrity that gets hit with he did shit with underagers or sexual harassment?
She was 18 when they began filming. She was 17 during the audition process.
Okay, that's fine, because you know I'm waiting for Sean. Thinking about the whole sexual harassment thing, I bet Sean Connery's the one that somebody could say he did sexual harassment, and they're going to say there's no way in the world that's possible because women were having orgasms just listening to his voice.
This is true.
So, you know.
Turn the lights off. I don't care what you look like as long as you talk like Sean Connery.
Right. Wish I can. So yeah, so that's good. That's cool though. That Carrie Fisher, and it's her first Grammy too.
It is
Her first one. And you know, so that's good. I'm glad she finally got recognized. You know, there's a lot of people in the entertainment industry that you think would have multiple Grammys, and they don't. Isn't it Leonardo DiCaprio's only got one
Oscar?
Oh, he's only got one Oscar.
He has one Oscar.
But you think these
Grammys are for vocal.
vocal
exhibitions.
Okay, it's what the MTV Music Awards tried to eliminate, and it failed miserably.
Yes, no, the Grammys are vocal exhibitions, such as, you know, you'd have Song Artist of the Year, things like that. So hers was the spoken memoirs.
That's sick, Bucky. But,
Tongue punch your fart box, man.
I probably would too, just because like somebody's like, so what'd you do?
Toss that salad.
And they're like, ew, dude, that's nasty. I'm like, it was Carrie Fisher, bro. I'm like, oh, okay, that, you get a pass. So there you go. But no, I mean, but you look at some of the powerhouses that are in Hollywood, and you look at the list of awards.
They've been there for forever,
and they don't have a lot. Remember how shocking it was years ago when Susan Lucci finally got an award for her role in soap operas?
I think
and she was like the greatest soap opera actress of all time, and she finally got awarded like right before she was done for.
I think one of the biggest things is like whenever you start to expect this caliber of acting from this person. And every time they don't meet that caliber that you know that they can achieve, you're disappointed in it, even if it was a good performance. But when an actor is constantly putting out high caliber stuff, it's kind of hard to say, you know, well, yes, they always put out high caliber stuff, but look at so-and-so, so-and-so. They've never done a role like this before, and they killed it.
Yeah, but the problem is, it seems like to me a lot of the awards are based off of what's popular at the moment. You know, because when you look at it, because I mean, poor Nicolas Cage has had some crappy ones, and I think that's what's affected him getting some of his awards. Is they look back and go, "Well, he's such a great actor," and yeah, The Bees was horrible. But you know, Nicolas Cage had I like Con Air was not the greatest of Nicolas Cage roles.
No.
What is it? The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I think, was one of his, wasn't it? Or something like that. It was something with yeah. That one was horrible. And Knowing was not the greatest Nicolas Cage movie either.
I just had to banish a 5-year-old to his room, folks.
Yeah. What's the YouTube video name? What, for this?
The Raj and Rich Show.
Go to YouTube and search Raj and Rich, and you'll find the YouTube channel. So, I mean, it was National Treasure. The first one was okay. The second one went south.
Yeah. But
Nicolas Cage doesn't do well in sequels.
No.
You know, he's not like Keanu Reeves. Like, Keanu Reeves is like a sequel master. Like,
and that man does not age.
No.
He looks the exact, other than the beard, he looks the exact same as he did in The Matrix.
Yeah.
The rocks changed color when wet. You know, the thing I enjoyed most, though, about National Treasure had to have been that that's the one movie that Sean Bean doesn't die in.
That's true, because he dies in everything else, doesn't he?
Yes.
So, there you go. So, hey, congratulations to the Fisher family. You know, Carrie definitely deserves that. And
so much more.
And so much more.
I mean, like, she's definitely a pioneer for female heroines.
Yeah.
It's definitely for my generation and the couple generations that came before me. My mom told me, like, you're going to love Star Wars. Princess Leia is going to be your favorite. And sure enough, like, Princess Leia was one of my first female heroines I looked up to.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. All right, so now we'll move on to the portion where my Neanderthalic friends will definitely want to get in on this.
Yes.
We all know Elon Musk. Elon Musk,
Flat Earth,
flat
folks.
earther and investment guy, and to a lot of things, and I believe he's also involved in SpaceX.
Oh, this man.
This is what I don't understand. He's a flat earther, but he invests in space travel.
Well, what he from quote from his Twitter. Someone asked him, Elon, Mars is round, right? Elon responded, yes, Mars is round. So wouldn't it be, and you know, Venus is round, right? Right. So wouldn't it make sense that the Earth is round? And he literally said, well, we have viewed Mars and Venus being round, but we have not seen the Earth being round.
And is Elon Musk also one of those people that thinks that we landed on the moon? It was a
the Coca-Cola bottle.
That it was a hoax. That we never did it. Yeah, but anyway, so folks, listen up. You're gonna want to know this right now. Elon Musk, the Boring Company, is selling flamethrowers to help fund underground tunnels to ease traffic congestion for the wonderful amount of $500.
I'm getting one.
And
tax return season's right around the corner.
We watched the video. We watched the video because we thought, oh, this is a hoax. It's not a hoax. This bitch looks like a super soaker that's a flamethrower. And it legitimately works.
It's amazing.
$500.
$500.
$500 for a legitimate flamethrower.
They are setting the cap though at 20,000 units.
Yeah, 20,000 units. So if you want to get a legit flamethrower,
get it now.
Get it now, because supplies are limited and they're going to be going fast.
I have a feeling though, if it's popular enough, which it will.
Well,
be.
2,500 of them have already been pre-ordered.
Yes.
So it's running out. So if you want a super soaker looking flamethrower that's a legitimate flamethrower, I would search it up right now and put your order in now. It's only $500.
One of the selling points for this is it's perfect for a zombie apocalypse.
Just saying, there's some of y'all people that think the zombie apocalypse is going to be a legit thing. So, you know, that'll help you out. But I mean, I've got a bunch of friends that I know damn well they would do this, and then I'm going to find out that I have a lot less friends. Because they're going to blow themselves up.
How did you put... Well, there went Jimmy.
Yeah, it's kind of it's going to be just like that scene out of The Fifth Element when after he makes the weapons deal, and he goes,
don't push the red button.
And he goes, you know, a smart person would have asked me, what's the red button for? And right after that, it flips back to the ship, and the ship explodes.
It was great.
You know, and that's some of my friends right there. They're gonna blow themselves up. It's gonna be like a weird, twisted Uncle Rob video.
First,
and
fill
then
the gasoline.
So there you go. So there, folks, if you've ever wanted that flamethrower, now's the chance.
It Werfens Flammens.
$500. It's not expensive at all. And this is going to go to fund underground tunnel research to ease congestion in metropolitan areas.
I'm down for it.
So why not? Kill Mill says don't tell Jill. I'm going to tell Jill.
Jill's doing her own thing right now, so
yeah,
we'll tell her later.
Yeah, we'll tell her later. In fact, I'll pop over on her live feed and go, hey, Elon Musk is selling flamethrowers for $500. Just saying, and they're legit flamethrowers.
Her and Harley can get matching ones, Ben.
There you go. And then they can just take out all kinds of shit. Clean the house real fast. I think she already knows. So be looking for a flamethrower to be showing up in the mail soon. How do they... The bad part is that they can't send it with the fuel, because then it becomes a hazmat delivery.
Well, we don't even know what kind of fuel it takes, though, at this point in time.
I'm pretty sure it takes the...
87?
I'm pretty sure it runs probably butane.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably a butane torch setup.
Zippo stocks just went way, way up.
So there you go. So, alright, so that's that in the world of news, because there wasn't much other than the world is trying to shake itself apart still.
Well, I mean, another thing we can comment on is there was not another issue with a naval ship crashing into Japan.
Yeah, in Japan, the United States Navy seems to, and 7th Fleet, seem to get its act together in Japan, and they're not wrecking shit. So there you go. So that's that. So that, other than that, really no news. The only thing that side note news that I could think of is the whole situation with North Korea, South Korea putting together the hockey team.
And the talks.
And I still want to put a betting pool on pick how many seconds they're in South Korea before they defect.
I mean, I feel like Hunger Games is about to happen at the Olympics with all this thing going on right now.
And they're sending 250 cheerleaders. to cheer them on, and some like 15 or 16 jiu-jitsu, like performance artists or something.
They're going to show that Kung Fu is strong.
You know, so like I said, I'm thinking about putting together a betting board online where you can bet how long it takes before the first one before they start to defect.
I got $5.
You know, you could pick when the first one's gonna go and when the last one gets in it. You have to get them both right, and then you win. You know, or be the closest to both of them.
Yeah.
So you win. So
do it like a bracket.
Yeah, kind of like a bracket board.
Let's see who's going to last the longest.
You know, I would like to see play-by-play on this as soon as it starts happening. It's like, and Sung Chao has now gone out of the building. He's running down the street, and he's turning left into the U.S. consulate.
He's been tackled!
Oh no, he was taken down by an undercover North Korean spy. Oh, he did make it. We had high hopes for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Next, we'll get back to Q Park.
Right.
He's been thinking about it. He's just not sure yet.
As he comes out of the tunnel, oh no, he's taken out by Balchinian. Balchinian, North Korean regular. He works over there making women's underwear. He's a smell.
They allow their women to wear underwear?
He's a smell specialist. Make sure that they smell right before they get packaged. Just so you know. All right, I watched way too much. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. That was a great show. Kenny Blankenship and I forgot the other guy's name. If you ever want to have a laugh and watch a really goofy Japanese game show where people get taken out, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. It's awesome. Yeah, I know, but if you type that into YouTube, it won't work. It comes up saying copyrighted, and it won't play. So if you MXC is what you, if you type MXC, there's like YouTube channels directly dedicated to that.
I don't like the one with the cockroach. Oh.
With the one with the cockroach?
No, so it's one of the elimination challenges. They put a cockroach in a tube, and the girls have to blow it back and forth, and whoever swallows the cockroach loses.
This wasn't on MXC. They use like crappy looking foam props and all kinds of goofy shit. So anyway, so there you go. So if you ever want to have a laugh, do that. So now, let's move on to what everybody's been waiting for.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
That's right. The Royal Rumble is tonight. In fact, the Royal Rumble will be starting soon.
The pre-show is already going on, but you don't need to watch that because you got us. But the Royal Rumble is starting at 7.
Yeah, so so we're going to do a rundown in our picks for what's what. So do you have the list of the matches?
Let me get the tablet.
All right, she's going to have the list of the matches. Hopefully she doesn't bring up WWE's.com where it's giving...
this massive Twitter problem.
Yeah, where it gives away all of it. Okay, so we do know that... Well, let's get started with the two obvious things that are happening. Okay, let's start first with the Women's Royal Rumble. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble, there's going to be 30 women entering the ring, and they're going to get they have to get eliminated just like the guys. They get thrown over the
top rope.
Over the top rope, and the feet hit the floor. Both feet have to hit the floor. Yes, they actually got 30. They are pulling out some old schoolers for crowd appeal for this. But your prediction, let's hear your prediction. Who do you think? Give me pick 3 girls that you think are most likely to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
So I'm gonna roll with Nia. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say
she's unstoppable. The only time people can beat her is when they get her from behind or cheap shots and she gets injured.
Okay.
That's the only time I've seen her beaten. And I mean and not to be taking offense, like her size alone is already intimidating. She's a very tall woman.
So you're saying she's built for the
She's
Royal
an
Rumble.
Amazon.
Okay, so number 2.
She's just as beautiful as she is strong. Number 2, we're rolling with Asuka.
Okay.
I'm thinking that they've been pushing her pretty hard, and she definitely has the skills. She has to work up to her momentum, but she knows how to keep herself safe until she's gotten her momentum worked up.
Okay.
And then third, I'm feeling Becky.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Velasquez.
Yes.
Kicker.
I mean, she whipped James Ellsworth like a dog.
Well, I mean,
Who couldn't?
my 5-year-old could beat James Ellsworth up. All you gotta do is
I don't know. It's a tie
punch
for
him
me
in the
for third.
non-existent shin.
It's a tie for me for third. It's either Becky or Naomi. Because Naomi's strong. She is very strong.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna give Naomi a push again right now.
No, but I think she's gonna be top 5.
All right, so here's my pick for my 3, and I'm gonna be way off, and I'll probably be completely wrong here. Well, with the exception of one.
There you go.
With the exception of one, I think one is there. So, dark horsing. I'm gonna dark horse this right now, and say that Carmella is on my list to win.
I don't think she's gonna win.
The reason why is because every time Carmella's been put into some kind of weird specialty match, whether it be interference or something, she finds a way to win. She does something to get herself a win.
Yeah, but there's no Ellsworth to protect her right now.
That doesn't matter. She's been able to win other big events.
Can I go to Ben's comment real quick?
Okay.
Ben, you're saying Naomi and Becky are back after injury. So if you follow them on social media at all, and I'm going to ruin it for the fans here, Becky got injured, and she had some outside WWE obligations to attend to.
She was filming with The Miz.
Yes, so
She wasn't injured.
she was not injured. She's coming back from an injury.
Okay, yeah, well, not a lot of people follow them on social media. I follow them on Pinterest because I prefer, not Pinterest, Instagram. Because they'll put up photos of stuff, you know, backstage.
Well, The Miz put that on his Insta.
Yeah, they put stuff up backstage and things like that. And our station manager follows them on RedTube.
Paige just has some videos out for your viewing pleasure.
Yes, you can search Paige.
Which she will not be participating tonight due
No.
to actual injury.
Yeah, she is legitimately injured, and they brought her back too soon, and it re-aggravated the injury.
But she will be ringside to support the Absolution group.
Absolution group.
But
which
continue.
I don't think they're going to do anything. But no, like I said, Carmella's my dark horse favorite because, like I said, she always finds some weird way to come on top on the specialty stuff. Like I said, it's a shot in the dark. That's why I said it's a dark horse pick. Second pick to win it. I would have to say I don't think they're gonna let one of the ringers that's in for special appearance win it. Like if Trish Stratus is one of the ones that's gonna be the ringer, as I call them, you know, to win it. However, I could see that it might be time for them to start pumping up some others, and I don't hate to say it. I kind of agree with you. Nia Jax, I think, needs to finally get that push to establish her dominance because she's obviously better than Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
And Tamina's the other powerhouse wrestler in the women's division. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a square off between her and Tamina a lot during the Royal Rumble.
Doesn't help they're related.
Well, I know, I get that. But, you know, I don't think Tamina's ready for that run yet.
Well, they pulled off that whole ravishing domination kick that was going on.
They did. You know, so I think that, you know, like I said, Nia Jax is going to be my second one, but that's kind of an obvious pick. And, of course, Asuka, because I don't think WWE is ready to end the streak. I think.
Well, technically, it wouldn't be ending her streak if she lost a Rumble.
She would because
she's
it's still a loss.
undefeated in singles competition.
She's undefeated in singles competition. I get that. However, you're talking about on a pay-per-view stage.
Yes.
It's still people are going to sit there and say that she lost. You know, and that's going to be a hard thing to do. So I think Asuka could be the lineup, the winner. Something will happen and she'll end up winning in the end. Or somebody's going to interfere and pull her out.
Possibly.
You know, I don't know because I
think if they ran interference for her, it wouldn't. The universe would not see it as a loss. They'd see it could start a rivalry.
Well, the one thing that's got me wondering is what's with the deal with every time the three girls come down, wreak havoc in the ring, and then they don't do anything to Asuka. They let her leave every time.
I'm thinking that Asuka might be the dark horse for Absolution.
Are you thinking she may be put into Paige's position?
I don't think so. From research I've done on Asuka, in the Japanese wrestling circuit, Asuka was this character called Kane.
Yeah.
And Kane was a heel.
Yes.
And Kane was a very dark, gruesome female heel. And they don't have that going on in the WWE right now, and I think they need it.
Yeah, but the problem is they built up Asuka as Asuka's character. So
yes, but if something happens during the Royal Rumble that causes her to not get to where she thinks she should get, it's going to start a rivalry, and I think it could turn her heel.
Well, I think one of the things that upsets me about the Royal Rumble involving the women is neither one of the women's titles are up for grabs in this pay-per-view.
No, but it is because the roster is so small.
True. And I think they should increase the roster.
They need to. I would love to see a women's tag team division.
Well, and they need to bring up some of the girls from the NXT that have been there for a while and let those girls from the Mae Young Classic take over NXT.
Yes.
You know, and do that and start making a bigger division. And I wouldn't mind seeing, like, they did 205 Live, and it's failing. 205 Live is just not working. Okay?
I mean, they tried everything. I mean, obviously, Enzo fucked them over.
I wouldn't mind seeing a women's division on the WWE Network. I really would.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
And take away, like, the drama from, like, Total Divas and Total Bellas and all that. We don't need... we get sucked into it. We're not gonna lie. We get sucked into Total Divas hardcore.
Yeah. I watch it.
But it's so funny to see Rusev say things like, you know, oh, I don't believe in science.
I thought it was hilarious watching Rusev mow his lawn in bikini briefs. I thought that was hilarious. And then he went and decided to barbecue with his friends in the nude. And Lana was like, well, don't...
Oh, she was chopping wood in a bikini.
Well, don't burn your weenie. I need that. You know.
But continuing on.
So those are our picks for the Women's Royal Rumble. Let's go ahead and talk about the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble, which is what the traditional match is.
I'm going to roll with... So, as you all know, who know me personally, Roman's my boy. I like him a lot. And he just lost the IC title.
Mm-hmm.
So...
For those of you who don't follow, that's the Intercontinental.
Yes, the Intercontinental title. I don't see him winning it. I see him being in the top, though. I mean, he's won it before. He does have the record for most eliminations in a single Rumble.
He does.
I don't see him flopping by any means. My second pick, I'm gonna have to roll with Elias. Like,
who wants to walk with Elias?
He's been
Not me.
He's been popping up so much, and the way he laid Cena out. Yes, he used the guitar. But from what we've seen from Cena...
He sucker shot him and then punched him with the guitar.
Yeah, I know. But Cena usually gets back up from those kind of things, and he didn't this time. It's all about imagery and cinematics when it comes to the WWE.
Well, I understand that.
So I think it sent a really strong message that, hey, Elias might be the dude to look at. I mean, Booker T was talking about it.
Okay.
Elias might be the dude to look at.
Okay. We're also talking about Booker T, the guy who won't give Jason Jordan any credit whatsoever.
Well, Jason Jordan is trying to ride his daddy's coattails.
But Jason Jordan has turned up the wick quite a bit. He has come along real fast.
He's getting better.
Him tag teaming with Seth Rollins was probably the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, to him.
But, okay, so who's your number one pick? Number one pick.
My number one, gosh. I have a lot of favorites. If I'm thinking like size and endurance and just pure like mathematics and physiology trying to get them over the top rope, my dark horse is going to be Big E.
Big E getting a heavyweight title match at WrestleMania.
He could. He could. He's done it before.
That's a pick out.
Not at WrestleMania.
That's a pick out of left field.
Yeah, but I mean, his size.
You reach deep down in the back seat of the car to find that.
I'm thinking about like actual like physiology. He is a big man that holds his ground. I think he could do it. I think he would be my dark horse if we're doing dark horses.
Okay. That one I'm going to have to completely disagree with you.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think you're going to see Big E.
Big
E's going to get a push for a singles title again before you see him going another singles title again before you see him getting a heavyweight title shot. Right now they're rolling way too good with the New Day.
I mean, they are, but they also put in
I mean, all three of the New Day's in there.
Yes.
So we could have a Kofi Kingston moment again.
We will have a Kofi Kingston. There always is a Kofi Kingston moment.
It just makes me wonder what's it going to be this time, because
he's used everything he could possibly. JBL's chair was my favorite.
I still like the crowd surfing one.
Yes, that was good.
You know.
The one where Big E caught him.
How about where when he went over the top rope, he happened to jump over to the barricade, didn't fall into the crowd, and then jumped back over onto the ring.
That's been done before, though.
No, he was the first one to do it.
I watched another Rumble match where it's been done.
No, they fell off the barricade, though.
No, he didn't.
But their feet never touched the floor. That's why they didn't get eliminated. Okay, he went to the barricade and stood on it and then jumped back. So, okay, so there's your three, huh? Okay, so my three. Randy Orton.
Yes.
Because
I can see that.
Randy Orton's won it more than once.
3 times.
Okay. John Cena. Because I think with what's all going on, they may be moving to let him go ahead and break Ric Flair's record.
Not the Nature Boy.
It's as much as they as much
the dark.
I know, because my forehead's so shiny, and so is yours.
So white.
You look
I
like
wear matte makeup. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You look like you're an extremely white Brie Bella in that wearing the flannel. Just saying. Okay, don't go too far now. We'll get our YouTube channel. But anyway, no. Like I said, John Cena for the out of left field pick. You know, to win it, I'd have to say Baron Corbin.
I could see that.
Baron Corbin would be my out of left field, because Baron Corbin just gets kind of overlooked, and they never really got a legitimate shot at the heavyweight title.
I think the thing with Baron Corbin,
it was kind of it was like a half-ass kind of throw him up there, build him up, and I think he learned his lesson, because he didn't rise to the occasion against Randy Orton. And I think he learned his lesson, and I think he may get another shot at it.
I think also, like, the one thing that Baron Corbin has on his side is that anger.
Yeah.
And not a lot of WWE superstars, to me, display the anger like he does. Other than probably Jinder. When Jinder's getting angry, you know it. When Brock's getting angry, you know it. Let's face it, Braun and Kane are always angry. They're like the Hulk. Which
that's in the main event, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so now let's move on to... that's our picks for that. Let's move on to the next match, which I'm surprised they moved it so far. That can't be in order.
It's not.
Okay, good. All right, so tag team championship between the Usos, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, to give you a little bit of background on this, every one of their matches has ended in some kind of controversy.
Both of them losing their stuff, people getting disqualified.
The wrong people pinning the wrong guy pinning the wrong guy.
Usos doing the big old switcheroony.
But when you looked at the replay, they didn't really do the twin switch.
No, that was
it was a legitimate tag, and mayhem broke out, and they lost track. Even the referee lost track of who was supposed to be in the ring. Okay,
I think
because Chad Gables was not supposed to be in the ring, and neither was Jey Uso.
But they both ended up there.
And you can't confuse a white guy for a black guy being in the ring.
No.
Okay, so much mayhem broke out in that match that the referee didn't even remember who it was supposed to be in on either team. Okay, I can see the twin thing with the Usos, but Chad Gables versus, and Shelton Benjamin,
there's no way to confuse them.
They don't even look similar. Like, Chad Gables ain't got a dark tan, and Shelton Benjamin ain't light.
No.
So
who do you think's going to win?
I think they're going to let Chad Gables and Shelton Benjamin win it.
One thing, caveat to that, one thing
Yes, we are dorks, distant.
The caveat for me is, I can see Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin winning, but I cannot see Chad Gable making the pin falls. I can't see him making the last pin fall. Because we have to look at Shelton Benjamin. I mean, the Usos even commented on it. They're like, Chad, you didn't get just no tag team partner. You got yourself a Shelton Benjamin. His endurance is amazing. His athleticism is amazing.
And don't get me wrong. Pound for pound, he's one of the most powerful guys in wrestling.
So I don't think that Chad's going to be able to follow through. Because, I mean, this match could potentially go 5 rounds.
Well, yeah, 2. No, it's 2. So
2 out of 3.
it can only maximum it could go three rounds.
It can go, but like
because the moment the first team gets to 2 pins, it's over. So the max it could go is 3.
one thing I see coming out in this match, though, and this is why I'm going to roll with the Usos, they have a very much street style of wrestling.
They do, but
and you have 2 very technical wrestlers, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. I mean, Chad Gable, he was an All-American, wasn't he? Or he was close to.
No, he was in the Olympics.
So you have Chad Gable, who's very technical wrestler, super Greco style. You have
very powerful.
Very powerful. You have Shelton Benjamin, who can throw a little bit more, those weird moves out of nowhere. But the Usos, just when you think that you have them, you find yourself locked down in the Uso penitentiary.
But the problem is, okay, this is going to be a long match. It's not going to be your standard tag team match.
No.
Okay? The people with the conditioning, the longer matches favor them versus the ones that aren't. And the Usos do run out of gas.
They do.
So if
the New Day took them to their limit.
I mean, so if you think about it, like Kill Mill just put up, because I give Usos 2-1. Okay? If the Usos get the first pin, and then it goes a while before Chad and Shelton get the second pin, that third pin is going to come down to who's got energy left. And the one thing about Chad Gables is every time you think Chad's out of gas, Chad turns it up another notch. And
German suplexes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, so to me it kind of favors. It favors Chad Gables and Shelton Benjamin because you're looking at a longer match.
I mean, that's what
not to mention the fact the Usos people can get DQ'd and that counts as a fall. So at that point,
what's going to happen?
are the Usos going to get ticked off and get themselves DQ'd for one of the falls?
It wouldn't be the first time.
And just do it right away. Just do it to hurt them.
I think that could happen. That's why I'm thinking, I think Shelton Benjamin is going to be the one who makes the win. Because, honestly, yes, we have seen Chad Gable, but we've seen a lot more of Shelton Benjamin than we have Chad Gable. We know exactly what Shelton Benjamin's capable of.
Okay. All right.
I mean, even when Kurt Angle got hurt, they brought out Team Angle back in the Attitude Era.
Okay, so are you going to stick with the Usos are going to win it, though?
I'm sticking with the Usos.
All right, well, I'm still going with Chad Gables and Shelton Benjamin. I think the long match favors them. That's why I'm going with that.
Congratulations, though, Chad Gable, for your new baby girl.
Yes, congratulations, buddy.
We saw her today, and she's beautiful.
Yes, doesn't look like you. All right, so now let's talk about the Raw Tag Team titles are on the line, and it's Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus The Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro. Okay.
Not gonna lie, we have hard-ons for Sheamus and Cesaro.
We do.
It's hard not to.
I think Sheamus and Cesaro are going to win the match.
I think they will if Rollins and Jordan can't get their teamwork down.
And I think that something's gonna happen, and Jordan and Rollins are going to have an issue, and it's going to cost them the match.
I see. So since
because they're not an actual tag team. They really aren't.
It just kind of happened.
Poor
old Dino got hurt.
Because of Samoa Joe, and
Joe.
And so now this happened, and it's not a legit deal. So I mean, but don't get me wrong. Jason Jordan has stepped up a lot, and his singles competition matches he's had recently, he's shown a lot of ability. But I just don't see them getting through and winning. I see Cesaro and Sheamus winning.
You think Cesaro is going to come back for some retribution on Seth?
Very possible.
I think that could happen.
I think the Bar is going to take it so they can drop Jordan for Dean's comeback.
Well,
next
Dean's going to be out for a while.
And Rollins and Ambrose will come back for the titles. Actually, Dean Ambrose should only be out for another 3 weeks.
Oh, that's excellent to hear.
That was the last time. That's what I saw on his Instagram post. Is his rehabilitation?
Yeah, he doesn't have Twitter.
Yeah, his rehab is going good, and hoping 3 weeks. Which would be good to see the Lunatic back.
Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose.
You know, so there you go. So that's where we both agree on that one. So let's move on to the WWE Championship, which is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I really don't like this.
It's a handicap match. It's not a triple threat. It is a handicap match.
I don't like this match for because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I think Daniel Bryan's taking the whole, like, I get what Daniel Bryan's trying to do, but I think he's taking this way too far.
I think they're trying to play Daniel Bryan as a heel manager, and Daniel Bryan does not play a heel well. He never has. And,
except for Team Hell No.
And that wasn't really heel.
Well, Team Hell No is genius.
Okay, but the thing is, what I see happening in this match, this is what I see happening in this match. Something's going to happen between Zayn and Owens. Because Owens is all too much about himself. And Zayn...
As soon as he loses that guardian angel mentality ship over Zayn... It's done.
It's done.
I see Sammy on his way out, honestly.
I don't see Sammy on his way out. I see Sammy possibly winning this thing. I see something going on, and I see AJ almost getting Kevin Owens, and Zayn coming in to break it up, and then ended up hitting Owens, causes a fight to break out, and then somehow Zayn ends up taking Owens out and takes out AJ Styles somehow because AJ loses focus.
I think.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see Zayn as the world champion.
It would be. From what I've been watching,
I mean, he beat Braun Strowman 3 goddamn times. He's the only wrestler on the roster to do it.
From what I've been watching, I've been seeing a lot of the previews on YouTube for the Royal Rumble, especially for this match. And from the previews alone, there's already some tension going on between Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, when you want to talk about people with, wins under their belts, nobody on the roster has 3 wins on Braun Strowman.
Except Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn did it, and Sami Zayn, 2 of those wins. The first one was kind of questionable. But, I mean, look at the size of the guy versus Braun Strowman. The second 2, he just outlasted him. He let Braun beat him to a pulp all over the place, and then caught him in the end. And so I could see legitimately Zayn getting the title, but then losing it almost immediately to a rematch because Kevin Owens is going to interfere and cause Styles to win the title back. But it would be nice to see AJ and all the hard work he's put, or not AJ, but it would be nice to see Zayn with all the hard work he's put in and a lot of things that he does, get a moment in the sun. I don't like...
I think that's why they probably tagged him with Becky, too, for the Mixed Match Challenge.
Yeah, which it works. I still like Ginger Snap as a team.
Yes.
Zayn doesn't, but I like that one. But I don't know. I mean, I could see Zayn coming out of this as a champion.
I don't know. So here's the thing for me. I'm looking at Kevin Owens. He's a powerhouse.
Fernando wants to know when was the last time he beat Braun. Well, it was.
Before I started watching.
It was while Zayn was still on Raw. Because Braun's always been on Raw.
Yes.
And Zayn was over on Raw, and it was before Kurt Angle. I think it was before Kurt Angle became the manager. Wasn't it? While the Authority was still in charge, because they kept making Zayn face Braun. And like I said, but it doesn't matter. You've got 3 wins on Braun Strowman.
Yes.
I don't care who you are. You got 3 wins on the monster among men. I mean, the guy's a beast, and he's the only one that I've seen that literally beat the ever living hell out of Brock Lesnar. Yeah, AJ Styles went the distance with him, and had a chance at beating him, but Braun just beat Brock from one end of that arena to the other that night.
And then one F5.
One F5 took him out.
For me,
but we'll get into Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar here in a minute.
Yes. For me personally, the way I see it is if we're chalking it up to athleticism, Sami Zayn's the odd man out from the performances recently.
Yeah, because Kevin Owens is stronger and AJ Styles is much more built.
Yes. So what I can see is something happening to Kevin and Sammy. I mean, the haluva kick is just like Sweet Chin music. It comes out of nowhere at times.
Okay, Sweet Chin music didn't come out of nowhere. It's
The sweet chin music did come out of nowhere.
No, because he always geared it up.
Well, he geared it up, but sometimes he didn't, and when he didn't, it came out of fucking nowhere.
Well, that's true, because he usually throws somebody in a rope, and next thing you know, poof, kick to the chin.
Yes.
It's over.
So, what I'm seeing is Sami Zayn getting the cheap haluva kick on AJ Styles. Because he doesn't gear up the haluva kick. It comes when he has it.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I can see, though, like, the one bad thing, like, you don't want to do is be behind AJ Styles. Because as soon as you're behind AJ Styles, that Pele comes swift and fast and in a hurry.
Well, I get that. But here's the thing. Here's the other reason. Here's the other side of why I think something's going to happen between Owens and Zayn. One of them's going to get AJ Styles down.
The other's going to finish him off?
No. One's going to get him down and try to go for the pin, and then the other one's going to stop it.
The way that the wording has been, though, they're going to be, if one of them wins, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're going to be the first co-WWE champions.
I don't think the WWE's really going to go for that. I really don't.
Then AJ Styles has to win, or like Ben was saying earlier,
Shane comes down, makes a triple threat match.
Yes.
And I can see that happening.
I can too, because Shane's all about changing the rules mid-match.
Yep. And which usually is always not favored AJ Styles. Every time he's done it, it has fucked up AJ Styles. You know, AJ Styles, Shane McMahon is not in AJ Styles' fun list right now.
No, because I mean, well, AJ Styles did drive his head through a window. Let's be honest.
Is RR managed by Shane or Daniel?
No, they're not managed by them.
It's what's considered a co-show event. Both Raw and SmackDown are involved in Royal Rumble. They only have 4 a year right now.
Yes, every quarter they have a
WrestleMania,
match.
Royal Rumble, SummerSlam,
and
Survivor Series.
No, Survivor Series is SmackDown.
No, it's
or it's Raw.
The thing when Raw goes against SmackDown. When the two
Hell in a Cell?
No.
Hell in a Cell was Raw.
Clash?
No, not Clash of Champions. No, it was Clash of Champions because AJ Styles fought against Brock Lesnar in the Clash of Champions, and Team SmackDown lost to Team Raw.
Because that's when they had the 5-man.
Yeah. Yep. So it's Clash of Champions is the other one.
Yes.
So that answers your question.
Do not give us any spoilers, Super Dave.
I'm just sitting here listening to the pay-per-view in the background. Okay, so
Mike Green says Stone Cold is gonna win it. If only Stone Cold could come back.
It would be funny if in the Royal Rumble, Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of the ringers, and it would be kind of nifty if they let him win it and he goes to WrestleMania and wins, because then he would be a 10-time world champion.
Here's to you, Stone Cold.
So he would be only, I think, number 12 or 13 in the double-digit category. Because there's not many in the double-digit category. You would think there is, but there isn't. That group is very exclusive. They're under 20. And over the history of wrestling world titles, that is less than 20 people in the double-digit category for title holder.
I mean, the one person that Vince McMahon is truly scared of, because he's not scared of Braun, he's not scared of Kevin Owens. Vince McMahon is truly scared of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't think he's truly scared of him.
Well, for the purposes of characters.
Yes, the characters, yes. Vince McMahon's character is definitely scared to death of Stone Cold Steve Austin. We saw that on the 25th anniversary.
It was so beautiful.
Because as soon as
my son Shane is in his prime.
Yeah, but as soon as the glass shattered, Vince's face changed immediately.
I loved how he looked at Stone Cold and he was like, you're looking great. I'm a senior citizen now. I have AARP.
He goes, I have AARP. I got a weak heart. I got this heart murmur. It won't go away. Did you notice, though, who made an extremely fast, silent exit?
Stephanie.
Stephanie was nowhere to be found when this happened.
Of course not. She doesn't want to get covered in beer. I think she might be,
You think she might be pregnant again?
I think she could be.
Yeah, because
her hips have been spreading and her outfits have been getting a little bit bulkier.
I have not stared at Stephanie that hard in a very long time.
Well, from the way she's been dressing recently to the way that she's dressed in the past.
She's wearing baggier clothing and she's wearing more of the bigger business attire.
Yes.
So it's very possible she is. Hey, way to go, Triple H.
I'd like
maybe
to
they're
get laughed at by-
Catholics. 'Cause I think they got like 3, don't they?
They have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think
he's
they're trying for a boy.
He's trying for that son to be the heir apparent. Because that's a whole other story with Shane McMahon and that whole deal. Even though I think Shane will end up with a company if the old man goes. So that's where we're at on that. So let's go ahead and talk about the big match. The big match of the night is going to be the triple threat match between Kane, Braun Strowman, and the WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar! We're not under contract, but you should still say it like that.
Brock Lesnar. Okay. I think this is I think this is finally the time they're going to let Braun Strowman win it.
I can see that.
Because, I mean, there's no legitimate reason why Braun Strowman should not be the Universal Champion.
Well, not only that, there's been big talks through a lot of the sports entertainment pages that Brock is going back to UFC.
Well, yeah, now that he's no longer testing hot for steroids, and he's done with it, and he's been done with his suspension from UFC for a while now.
So, I think what's going to happen is, you're right, Braun is going to win. And from what we saw on Raw 25, I think this rivalry between Braun and Kane is going to get way more out of control than it already has.
Mm-hmm. Well, and remember, Paul Heyman said the last time they did this to Brock Lesnar, when they do this, if he leaves without the title, he's gone.
Until he can't have a spot in UFC anymore.
Yeah, and then he'll be back again. And then all of a sudden we'll see Paul Heyman. You know, it'd be funny.
I think Paul Heyman might take another client in the WWE.
It would be funny.
He's too good to
not. It
not.
would be funny if it was Asuka. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
It'd be hilarious, but I see him taking Nia over Asuka, just because he's more for that unsung hero.
Wow, Kill Mill boy, you pulled that out of the back seat because ain't neither one of us going that route.
No, we were talking about that earlier. Paul Heyman said, if Brock win or lose, he's dropping the title.
I don't think they'll let him drop the title. I think they'll make him stretch it to WrestleMania and then lose it there. But Kill Mill says he's calling Dark Horse and let Kane wins it.
I don't see Kane winning it right now, because Kane, with every rivalry, has to gear up.
Yeah, but the thing is okay, hold on. It's been a long time since Kane had a world title.
He's not set anything on fire yet. This is my main indicator. He's not set anything on fire yet.
Okay, but still, it's been a long time since Kane had a world title.
It has been, but he's not set anything on fire yet.
And maybe he's not going that route with this one. Or maybe shit will get set on fire when his ass comes down in the ring in the beginning of the match.
If something gets set on fire while he's coming down to the match, I will switch to Kane immediately. But because
you can't change your pick.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You are not pulling a fucking Corey Graves.
Okay, fine. I am going with Braun Strowman.
You can't pull a fucking Corey Graves and in the middle of the match go, that's why I'm pulling for him all along.
No.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
You know.
I'm rolling, I don't see Kane winning it. Because Kane has to gear up for it.
I think the only reason why Braun Strowman's going to win is he's the legitimate choice to beat Brock Lesnar and win the title. The only way Kane's going to win it is if Kane finds some way to get Braun by himself, because every time Kane and Brock have faced off, Brock has beat Kane to a pulp. But for some reason, Kane can get into Braun's head and fuck with him. So I honestly think that the only way Kane's going to do this is if he pins Braun Strowman. It won't be because Kane pins Brock Lesnar.
I think what's going to happen is Kane is going to lose. Braun's going to win. Then this rivalry is going to get so goddamn out of control, someone's going to come back. Due to a certain speech.
I do not believe that Undertaker is coming back for this.
That speech he gave, not for this, but he's going to come back and either put Kane in his place because the fans called for it.
The fans have been calling for the Undertaker's return since he put his coat and his hat in the ring.
But like you said, he did not put his boots in, and that's the official.
Well, not true, because when Ric Flair retired, he didn't put his boots in the ring. He just walked after Shawn Michaels beat him. He has walked.
Well, also Ric Flair is geriatric as fuck now. So.
Well, he probably couldn't have made it without his boots. He'd have probably fell down on the ramp. Woo!
Woo!
But you know, I do not see the Undertaker coming back, because one of the things I saw in the 25th anniversary was when he came into the ring and was talking, there was a lot of him not looking comfortable. Like he was still having some physical issues when he was making sure, because I've delivered to the Undertaker. He doesn't sound like that in real life.
No.
Okay.
From what I've read about Mark Calloway, who is the guy who plays Undertaker.
Yes.
He's a very sweet, genuine guy. He's very into all athleticism, really and truly.
I know people that their kids play baseball together, and
I know people too.
And the thing, you know, and he's just a cool dude. He's just one of the dads, you know. But he doesn't sound like that. And when he was doing the Undertaker's voice, and notice something else he didn't really do.
Take off his hood.
He didn't take the hood off, and he didn't do the signature eye roll in the back of his head. I think it was every indication, at least that's what I'm getting. And the next time I deliver...
What if he came back in like a GM or a manager aspect?
But then he still had to maintain the Undertaker role. Unless they want to revive American Badasses, and that was the worst thing they ever did. The only thing that came out of American Badass that was any good was the Brothers of Destruction. That was the only thing that came out of it that was any good.
I don't know. Him riding up and down the ramp on a motorcycle. Was pretty cool. With the American Badass title going on. Or the hardcore championship.
But it still sucked.
Yeah.
It still sucked. It looked like the Undertaker went through a midlife crisis.
Well, let's be honest. I just recently started getting into wrestling, and by recently I mean within the past year.
Okay, so you know, so I don't see the Undertaker coming back. If I get to deliver to Mark anytime soon,
he won't tell you if he's got an NDA on it.
I'm just gonna have to ask him, like, dude, was the 25th anniversary when you said finally to put those souls to rest? Was that your retirement speech? You know, because at some point Mark's gonna have to handle it up.
He flooded his pipe.
He's gonna have to hang it up, and they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame almost immediately. I mean, he's the most decorated wrestler of all time. I mean, if you look at his resume compared to Ric Flair, both professionally and on the independent circuit, Mark Calloway has one of the most decorated wrestling careers of any wrestler in history. At some point, he's gonna be done. The poor man, you saw him in the Roman Reigns match. 15 minutes into the match, he was hurting. Like, legitimately hurting. So, unless Stacy's got something going on to get him better, I don't see him coming back.
I don't necessarily, maybe not as a wrestler, but I see him coming back.
Oh, well.
I mean, they did Corporate Kane, and Corporate Kane...
I hope you're right, but Corporate Kane did wrestle.
He did wrestle, but I mean, they still did it. They still did Corporate Kane.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if it happens. It really will. I just don't, unless Kane wins tonight because the Undertaker shows up.
That could be a thing. A distraction.
It could be all of a sudden, you know, Kane, you know,
because Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker didn't get along too well either.
Brock's winning, and the Undertaker decides he's going to fuck up Brock and interfere, and Kane wins the title.
I could see that.
He had hip replacement. Well, he did have surgery done, but I don't believe he had a hip replacement. I don't know. I haven't seen Mark for a while now.
I still say you deliver a cucumber.
I am not gonna fuck with the man's fears.
So we were watching some old school clips from the WWE, and Paul Bearer was talking about the Undertaker's greatest fear, and it was cucumbers. And I'm saying, like, you either need to throw them over the gate, or you just need to pull one out.
Yeah, but still, no.
Can you imagine getting choke slammed on his front porch?
Okay, have you seen the power that man has? He ain't gonna choke slam me. He's gonna punch me in the fucking face. I'm ugly enough as it is. He's gonna rearrange this in one shot.
You might come out better for it.
I doubt that. Okay, so anyway, that's our predictions. We are gonna have to get going because it's 7 o'clock, which means Royal Rumble is
and I have to
officially
pee
began.
very badly.
Yeah, it happens. I usually always have to take a dump while I'm on the show. I can't take a dump while I'm on the show.
Well, I am Miranda.
Imagine if we went live while I was in the toilet.
He keeps talking.
I do. Alright, so anyway, she's Miranda. My name is, and I'm Rich. And we bid you guys farewell. And enjoy the Royal Rumble if you're going to watch it. If not, well...
You can catch the results Wednesday on my solo show, Mirage.
Yes, because she loves wrestling, and she will review it on her show.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
4 o'clock on Wednesday.
4 o'clock. Catch it at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. There it is. So, folks, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. It was a great show having you on.
I had a fun time.
You know, and we'll see you later. So, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're gone. We're out of here. Have yourself a great weekend. Don't do anything we wouldn't do, which doesn't leave you a lot of room for error. All right?
Just not heroin.
So, we'll see you later. And in the words of Raj, don't be fucking stupid.